Today, we are going to be rebuilding the Seattle SuperSonics in the Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird era. Some of you might already know this, but the first half of this was streamed live. I went live for about an hour and a half, and then the stream crashed mid-rebuild. This is going to be a 5-year rebuild starting at the very beginning of the Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird era. And listen, let me tell you, you are going to want to stick around to the end of the video because one of the craziest Game 7s I have seen in 2K history happened. 25 likes, I'll do another rebuild, so please, please, please like up the video. And hopefully you guys enjoy this, and let's get into it. Tom Chambers, not moving him, not trading him away. Now, we also have Jack Sycamore for another 5 years, so definitely going to keep him. Fred Brown. You guys remember Fred Brown from was it last year in 2K or the year before? This man is basically Kyrie Irving. I think the first trade is Fred Brown, though. He's 35, making $500,000 in the 90s. Not someone I want on the team. 86 draft, and yeah. How much for a salary? I mean, it's not really a salary dump, but that's a first-round pick. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, trade away Richie McKinney. I don't even think he's a real player, and we're also going to throw in Steve Haas, who is a real player, and a second-round pick for Paul Westphal. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I want to move basically anyone who doesn't play in the rotation. I want to try to trade away. So these 68s and under, if I can flip them for picks or another 67, like right here, bam, Henry, welcome to the team. It's fine. Can we get a salary? Oh yeah, we can. What's up, Courtney? I don't care that we lose 2 overalls. Like I said, that's a massive salary dump. Paul Molesky's not bad. He looks grumpy. He looks like a custodian. Looks like the custodian in a 90s New York movie. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. We're going to trade for him. Welcome to the team, Mr. Janitor. Paul and Gus are old. If I can get younger, I'll move. Ooh, Reggie? Get that Reggie. Smoke that Reggie. Joe Barry. We don't need any big men. I'm going to do that. It's literally the same positions. Gus Williams is already, obviously better than both. But for age purposes, I'm going to do that because we're not going to win in the first year. I think I'm going to end that, though. I think that's going to be the first season. That's going to be all the trades I make. So our lineup's going to be Larry Drew, Mike Woodson, David Thompson, Tom Chambers, Jack Sycamore. And then off the bench, we got John, a couple of 70s. Nothing crazy. First round pick for Junior. How old are you, Junior? You were 30. 29, about the same age. But Junior's playing a lot better. We take on a lot of salary here. But I'm actually going to accept... Okay, there we go. I'm going to accept that because he's putting up better numbers. Larry Bird is your MVP at the end of the first season with 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, it's Larry legend. Rookie of the year is Ralph Sampson, averaging 20, 12, and 2 with 2 blocks. Good for him. Kevin McHale is your 6th man of the year. And Jack Sycamore, our boy, you love to see it. Our first season, we got a guy who wins an award. 19 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks, shooting 47 from the field. Not too bad. Jack Sycamore makes the All-NBA 3rd team. We don't make playoffs, which is also not a surprise. The team just wasn't great. Look at the Lakers. They win in 6 against the Pistons. Magic Johnson, kind of a weak finals, but he still won. 16 points. Okay, 14 assists is kind of crazy, I won't lie. The top 3, very close to real life, except instead of, the right teams, Jordan goes to the Sixers, Charles Barkley goes to the Rockets, and Hakeem goes to the Bulls. I don't even know what I have for cap space. I think Jim Paxson. Yeah, I do not have a lot of cap space. My bet, Chris Giles, Swen's old, dude. So is Campy Russell. I'm trading away Mike Woodson, Larry Drew, and a future top 10 protected first-round pick, aka next year's first-round pick. It's top 10 protected. We're going to go get Otis and Michael Ray Richardson. 2 really good guards. Otis goes down 1. Michael Ray went down 3. Oh my god, no, I sold. He's trash now. Mark frickin' Eaton, man. You guys, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know how much I love Mark Eaton. We're going to pick him up. It's a massive cap dump. It's a good backup center, so why not? I'm going to go ahead and pick that guy up. The GOAT. One of the best defensive players of all time. Kyle Macy would be a point guard upgrade. He only averaged 9 last season for Phoenix. I'm going to go ahead and do this trade. Anytime you can move up by 6 overalls, bro, you pull the trigger. The starting lineup, though, Kyle Macy, Otis Birdsong, Junior Bridgman, Tom Chambers, Jack Sycamore, Mark Eaton, and then John Sunfold. All these guys, they're off the bench. I like the roster. Going to trade away Tom Chambers and Kyle Macy for Cliff Robinson and Roy Hinson, who I don't believe Roy Hinson's a real person, but Tom Chambers is having an awful season. We're going to go pick up big old Cliff. Larry Bird is your MVP at the end of our second season. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. MJ is your Rookie of the Year. Jay Humphries, 6th man of the year. Hakeem is your Defensive Player of the Year. James Worthy, most improved. Dude, you're like, oh, no, he's not that old. Why did I think he was 30? Bailey Cunningham is your Coach of the Year. Oh, it's because they got MJ, man. Sigma averaged 21 and 10, 22 and 5 for Otis. Cliff had 22. We have a nice little big 3, 15 for Junior. Sunfold, 8 and 6, kind of what I want from him. Mark Eaton has gone down 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. It's perfect. First first series, first time in the playoffs, we're going against Brad Davis, Orlando Blackman, Mark Aguirre, Jay Vincent, and Sam Bowie. Oh, a rookie Sam Bowie. Okay, I think we have this in the bag. I think our team's much better. Yeah, okay, we sweep them. We go on in the second round. You love to see it. San Antonio in the second. Who does San Antonio have that they're in the second round? Johnny Moore. Oh, George. They got the Iceman, and they got Artis. Okay. You know what? I think we're fine. I think we win this series, too, honestly. I think our team is... Yeah, okay. Yeah, we sweep. Or we're about to sweep. Oh, easy. Dude, hold up. Wait a minute. The only thing that is scary is that we have to go up against Showtime. Like, I mean, anytime you rebuild back in this era, you know, obviously you're going to have to get through at least the Lakers or the Celtics, and this team is scary. Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, Jamal Wilkes, James Worthy, and Kareem. I think it's going to be a tough one. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. Game 5 goes to them. Game 6 goes to them. All right, we lose in 6 here against the Lakers. I don't mind this. Otis had 31. That's fine. It's only our second year as a unit. Lakers, they win a title. Good for you, Magic. Ooh, we got the 12th pick from Milwaukee from that trade we made last year. I'm feeling Terry Porter. I think we're going to go ahead and draft Terry Porter here with the 12th pick. Love to see it. Oh, man, Sigma's declining. All right, I'll take Phil. I'll take Phil. Phil Nye, the science guy. Just kidding. Not even the same, close to the same thing. Ooh, wait a minute. Kurt. We can get Kurt. Mario Ellie? Oh, man, a rookie Mario Ellie. Yeah, we're going to pick up Mario Ellie, young Mario Ellie. If you guys were in stream the other night when we did the Jordan challenges, you'll know why Herb Williams is the joke. The joke of the year. Or the GOAT of the year. Both kind of work. Ooh, Doc Rivers. Wait a minute. Doc Rivers in a center? Then we just don't have a small forward, though. I'm going to do this. 75, 81, 73, Craig Hodges, Kurt, and all that. We're going to get Doc Rivers and Tree Hollins. I like that trade. Paul Pressey? Oh, wait a minute. And then we'd have Randy off the bench. Yeah, I like that. All right. Starting lineup is John Sundvold, Otis Birdsong, Paul Pressey, Cliff Robinson, and Jack Sikma. And then off the bench, we got Tree Rollins, Herb Williams. I think I'm going to move Herb to power forward primarily. Doc Rivers. Brower, we're not going to give any minutes, and we're going to play Porter as our main backup. I think I'm going to move him to the 2. I like that. I like the rotation. I like the team. Well, that's really awkward. Pretty much every clip you have watched so far in this video was during a stream, and then the stream crashed. So, welcome to non-stream recording session. I don't know. Either way, Magic Johnson is your MVP. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Of course, he did good. Karl Malone, Rookie of the Year. Jay Humphries, 6th Man of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year is once again Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, none of our players made any All-NBA teams or any All-Defensive teams, but we did make the playoffs. You know, everybody had pretty good seasons. Numbers weren't amazing, but they weren't awful either. John Sundvold, man, he's coming up huge. He averaged 10 assists. I mean, he's kind of just dishing to our big man down low, so you love to see it. Herb Williams putting up buckets, Paul, Tree, Randy. In the first round of playoffs, we are going up against the Phoenix Suns with Walter Davis, Larry Nance, Mo Lucas, and James Edwards. I think we should be fine. I genuinely think we win this series. Right now, we are up 2-0. Now it's a tied, or not a tied series. Now it's a tied series. Of course. Look, I jinxed it and we lost. Great. Awesome. Okay. On to season 4 we go. 76ers. Good for you guys. They win a championship. Jordan, 38 points in the finals in a Game 7 series against the Lakers. It's time for the 1986 draft, and we do have the 9th pick that we got a couple of seasons ago. We traded with Denver. We acquired their pick, and you know what? That's pretty good. This draft is pretty weak. Our best options are Sabonis and Scott Skiles. I think I'm going to go with Scott Skiles because John and Doc Rivers are both expiring, and, you know, just in case I can't get them back, I think Scott Skiles would be a fine starting point guard. Now, we also have the 17th pick this season. I'm going to see if there's any offers for it, and there isn't, so we are just going to go ahead and draft a guy here. The player I'm going to go ahead and draft is Drazen Petrovic. Yeah, he's still here at the 17th pick, one of the best shooters of all time. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the second round. I wonder if there's anyone, like, good or available that I can draft. It is super late in the draft, but we're going to go ahead and get Billy Thompson. I don't think he's going to be anything amazing, but he might be a pretty decent bench piece. This year's free agency, though, is massive. I mean, you have Magic Johnson, Adrian Dantley, Terry Cummings, Clyde Drexler, Clark Kellogg. You have a lot of really big names, but I have no money. I can bring back John, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him back for 4 years here. So I'm going to be trading away our 2 young guards for Manute Bol and Artis Gilmore. Next, I'm going to trade away 2 of our old centers on the team and a second-round pick for Joe Dumars. Now, I could also go for Dennis Rodman, but I think Joe Dumars is the better option here. Now that I have Joe Dumars, we're going to move away from Otis Birdsong, and we're going to trade a first-round pick for John Stockton, one of the best passing point guards of all time, depending on who you ask. I am then trading away Drazen Petrovic and Manu Bol for a first-round pick and Fred Roberts. This clears up a lot of cap space, and it gives us a future pick. But don't you worry, the trades are not done. We are trading away Joe Dumars, Herb Williams, and a second-round pick for Charles Barkley. Next, I'm trading away Cliff Robinson, Fred Roberts, and Gerald Wilkins for Sleepy Floyd and Joe Barry Carroll. Now that we have a very good starting lineup, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the bench. Obviously, there's no way I can clear up enough money for Clyde, so unfortunately, he's not going to be added to the team. We are also bringing back Doc Rivers, Paul Pressey, and John Sunvold to the team, and we're also signing Edmund Brown Jr. The starting lineup is John Stockton, Sleepy Floyd, Paul Pressey, Charles Barkley, Jack Sigmund. The bench is pretty decent. We got Joe Barry Carroll, John Sunvold, Doc Rivers, and then Edmund Brown. Not the greatest bench, but not an awful bench. Magic Johnson is your MVP, 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Kenny Walker wins Rookie of the Year. Joe Barry Carroll, our guy, he won 6th Man of the Year, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block and a half. Hakeem is Defensive Player of the Year. Jerome Kersey is your Most Improved Player, and Brad Nelson is Coach of the Year. This year, though, Jack Sikma, he returns to the All-NBA 13, averaging about 21 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Shockingly, we weren't that good. We were only the 4th seed, which obviously that's not awful, but I feel like we should have been better, and Clyde Drexler is now a 93. This man was like an 84 in free agency, and Jacob is also there, so shout out to Jacob for being on the Portland Trailblazers. But we're gonna go ahead and okay, if I say we're about to sweep someone and then we end up, okay, we do, we move on. Charles Barkley had 23 in the final game. You love to see it. Did anyone on our team like go absolutely crazy? Jacob had 25 one game. Wow. Now, if you don't know, Jacob is a channel member and a subscriber of the channel. If you'd like to be in these future videos and have a created player, be in the draft classes, and be a part of these simulation videos, join the Discord, link in description. I'll get you sorted out and add you to the leagues. He's a pretty decent center, man. 23 and 11. He's an 88 overall in his 3rd season, but he can't get past us. Shockingly, the Clippers upset the Lakers in the 1st round. We are playing an 8th seed. Hopefully we can get past them. Are we better than Magic Johnson? Oh yeah, we are. We are 10 times better than Magic Johnson, and we are in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know how this Clippers team beat Magic because they literally have nobody but Adrian Dantley. Speaking of the Clippers, the other day I did Shaq and Kobe in the Jordan era on the same team, and they ended up playing for the Clippers, so go check out that video if you haven't already. In the conference finals, we are going up against the Dallas Mavericks with Derek Harper, Rolando Blackman, Mark Aguirre, Karl Malone, and Bill Cartwright. The teams are fairly even. Now, they do have a 94 on the squad, so they might actually be a little bit, oh yeah, they're much better. Oh man, are we gonna get swept? We got swept again. We keep getting to the conference finals than getting swept, man. It's much harder to rebuild in this game than previous years, at least during these eras. I'm sure modern era isn't too bad, as Jordan, he wins his 2nd title. I'm going to be trading away John Sunvold and Doc Rivers for Jay Humphries. He's won a couple 6th Man of the Years. He's an 85 overall, and we also get a 1st-round pick back in the trade. I'm then trading away Jay Humphries, Paul Pressey, and a future 1st-round pick for Daryl. I'm not going to say his last name because for some reason I keep pronouncing it wrong, and I'm sick of trying to record his last name. And Jerome Kersey. By the way, Jerome won Most Improved Player back-to-back years, so I'm picking him up, and Daryl, you know, he averaged like 30 points last season, so both of them, welcome to the team. Going into the 4th season, our starting lineup is John Stockton, Daryl. We got Jerome Kersey, Charles Barkley, Jack Sikma, Sleepy Floyd, Joe Barry. You guys know the roster's pretty much all the same culprits. Our bench really isn't the greatest, but I don't think that matters. I think we're fine. I think we're winning a championship. We are stacked. No, I don't want Xavier McDaniel. I want a championship ring, goddammit. At the end of the season, Karl Malone is your MVP. D-Rob is your Rookie of the Year. Alvin Wood is your 6th Man of the Year for the Pistons. Akeem Olajuwon is Defensive Player of the Year. Patrick Ewing is your Most Improved Player, and Coach of the Year is Aiden Anderson. Now, you may be able to tell, but that Coach of the Year right there is our coach. We ended the season as a 2nd-seeded team here in the West. We went 61 and 21. In the 1st round, we were actually taking on a former friend in John Sunvold. Other than that, nobody else matters. Jack Sikma, it's time for your ring, buddy. I'm just going to simulate. Yeah, bam. We sweep them in the very 1st round. Next, we got the Rockets. They have Ralph Sampson and Joe Dumars. Other than that, I don't think anybody else matters. You know why nobody else matters? Because we're winning a championship. Bam, good sweep. We are back in the conference finals against the Mavericks. Karl Malone, Brad Daughtry, Reggie Thaus? I don't know how to pronounce it. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Game 1, we take the win. Game 3, we take the win. Game 4, wait, what? I don't know how to count, dude. I was just like speed saying. Either way, we sweep. We're in the finals. Finally, we are in the finals. We have a good team, but is this team enough to take down Otis Birdsong, former player on our team, and Michael Jordan and Moses Malone? We will
see. Game 1, here we go. Bang. Game 2 goes to the 76ers. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. And are we going to go ahead and win the series in 5? Are we going to go home with a title, or is the 76ers going to ruin our day and make us win in 6? Hopefully not. Hopefully we can beat Jordan here in the final game, as we are up 10, and that's going to do it. 94-109. The Seattle SuperSonics are finally NBA champions. It took like 4 seasons to win a title, but it's fine. Charles Barkley is our finals MVP, averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. The team is absolutely loaded. Everyone's playing out of their mind. I'm just going to keep everybody here, and we're going to run it back, see if we can win a second championship, and we'll finish this video off with a 5th year. So we've came across an issue. Every single team needs to give away at least one player for the expansion draft, because this is the year that the Miami Heat come into the league, and as of right now, I only have 3 players that I'm allowed to choose. So Joe Barry Carroll, enjoy your time in Miami, because I think that's where you're about to go. Yep, he is the first pick in the expansion draft. We ended up getting a hold of the 12th pick from making a trade a couple of years ago, so I'm going to go ahead and draft Rick Smits. He's going to replace Joe Barry Carroll. For the very final season, I'm running a little bit of a strange lineup. We got John Stockton, we got Daryl. I'm going to run Charles Barkley at the 3, Jack Sikkim at the 4, and then Rick Smits is going to be our starting 5. And then off the bench, we're going to have Sleepy Floyd be the greatest 6th man of all time, Chris Giles. These guys are all here. They're not going to play very much, but they're still on the team, and they're kind of the best bench pieces we have. MJ is your MVP. Mitch Richmond is Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year goes to Xavier McDaniels, and Hakeem wins Defensive Player of the Year. And Scott Skiles, we drafted him like years ago. He ended up winning Most Improved. Coach of the Year goes to Billy Cunningham, so unfortunately not us, but Charles Barkley at small forward worked because he made the All-NBA first team. 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 4.4 assists on the season. He also had almost 2 steals and 2 blocks. The Charles Barkley experiment worked great, man. I am so glad that we did good. Here we go. We are the 2nd seed. I'm going to go ahead and simulate the round. We can beat Houston easily. The next round is pretty scary. We beat them last year, but now we have to go up against Jacob and Clyde Drexler once again. I think we have the better big man. Sorry, Jacob. We win in 7. Goodbye. Another team we have faced so far already in this video is the Dallas Mavericks. They got Karl Malone, they got Chris Mullin, and they also have a loss. We are back in the NBA Finals, going up against Kevin Johnson, Del Curry, Charles Oakley, Jeff Runley. You know what? This team is not good at all. I don't know how they got to the finals, but they beat us once. But that's the only time they're going to... Okay, maybe not. They beat us again. It is a tied series. We are up 3-2 now, and oh my god, Game 7. Almost every NBA basketball fan, their favorite 2 words are Game 7, but for me right now, it's a word I don't want to hear, because we're about to lose. We are not going to be able to win back-to-back. Oh, wait, it's only a 3-point game. We have a chance. We have a shot. Oh my god, it's really close. A minute left. We're going to go ahead, jump in this game, and see what happens. Can we win a second NBA championship? Jumping into the game here, and I apologize, the error filter, for some reason, it doesn't give me the option to turn it off, but hey, John Stockton, he's at the line right here. 102, a minute and a half to go. John Stockton, he nails his first one. These are the moments where careers are made, legacies are defined, and people become either champions or people who let down entire cities. And John Stockton, you are a man who defines your legacy. He greens the free throw right there. And the Indiana Pacers, man, they got to dribble up the ball. They got to tie this game up. They're going to give it down low right there. Rick Smits, you were about to play the greatest defense of your life. Fader and a goal. My God, Rick Smits, never mind. That is the worst defense I've ever seen. What a absolute crazy fader right there. John Stockton, you were one of the best playmakers of all time. So I know you're about to make a play happen. Just make it a good play. Make it a play where we win. Don't drive to the hoop. I do not want you taking this last shot at all. Off into the corner there is, who is that, Griff? The big Griff. Oh my god, beautiful screen. Pull up mid-range. Can it go in? And it goes in and out. No. 54 seconds left. Can the Indiana Pacers capitalize on that awful missed shot? I can't believe he missed a mid-range. This is the 90s, bro. All of you guys are supposed to be able to just make it automatically down low. Once again, this man just hit a crazy post fade. Or Rick Smits. Rick Smits! What are you? Oh my god, he missed, but he got the rebound. Jack Smith, huge block. What is happening? So much is going on. Stop him once again. Oh my god, the defense. Wait, he gets the rebound. He puts it up. He misses. Jack Sikmo with the lockdown defense. 104. Just enough time on the clock for a shot clock. That whole possession was crazy. Jack Sikmo, the man I refuse to trade because he started on this team. He's going to end on this team. And John Stockton looking for the final shot. 104, 11 seconds. Down to Sigma. Sigma, the layup, and it's good. Sigma. Oh my god. The man, the man on the thumbnail. The man, the heart, the soul. Everything about this man is beautiful. 23, 10, and 9. He almost has a triple-double incredible, and he hits what might be the game-winning shot of the NBA Finals. Here we go, 8 seconds left on the clock. We are in the 90s, so they don't shoot threes very often, so they're probably going to look to tie, go into overtime here. What are we about to see? We got Cook. Is that Curry? Oh my god, back to the paint. Lock him down. Lock him. Oh, great defense. Rick Smits wins the game with his beautiful defense in the last 2 defensive possessions. He locked up. Sigma hit a bucket. You can see him crying right there. It means so much to him, and in 7 games, the Seattle SuperSonics are your NBA champions for the 2nd time in a row. Back-to-back champions. 2 titles in 5 years. They never gave up on Jack Sigma. I never gave up on Jack Sigma. He stuck around and won them their 2nd championship, man. Look how happy the team is, celebrating, going crazy. That's the moment they knew they were NBA champions. Now, I haven't seen the celebration animation yet this year. It's always the same, but the fact that that man right there is the one who gives the trophy, good old Dave Stern, or David Stern, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad he got the trophy, and Jack Sigma is your finals MVP. What a beautiful sight to see, man. He deserves that trophy. In Game 7, 23, 10, and 9 from Sigma, 20 for Daryl, and Charles Barkley got 18 and 10. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful Game 7. Charles Barkley wins his finals MVP, and the Seattle SuperSonics beat the Pacers in 7, and that's going to do it for this 5-year rebuild. I hope you guys did enjoy the video and the stream if you were in there. Shout out to the people who were there. This video was crazy. Please subscribe, like up if you enjoy these kind of videos. I'll see you guys in future ones. As always, been your boy Little Codeine. Peace out.